Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-billion-dollar question has just cropped up again this week after an interview on Monday where Prime Minister Najib Razak said that the 2.6 billion ringgit deposited into his personal accounts came from donors. A simple letter totally changed the game because Deputy Prime Minister Zahid Hamidi said today that Najib meant that there was more than one donor, despite Zahid himself previously saying that he had met the donor. Well, Zahid, there's something you need to know. If you thought Muhyiddin's entrance yesterday was spectacular, well, today the Godfather is in the house. Dressed in bright pink, former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad was given a thunderous welcome with delegates and journalists crowding around him while singing. Just yesterday, he alleged that Najib had tried to bribe him as to stop raising the One Malaysia Development Berhad or 1MDB scandal issue. Mahathir said that the loss of government funds was too large to ignore and that he supported Najib right up to the point that the 1MDB issue boiled over. Of course, that was not all. Regardless of whether the 2.6 billion ringgit that was in Najib's personal accounts came from one or more than one donor, Mahathir believes that a Malaysian Prime Minister should not possess that kind of money no matter what the purpose. Adding that the ruling coalition Barisan Nasional had performed several times better than Najib even without such a donation. I know you've been hearing a lot about this 2.6 billion and now it sounds arbitrary, but then if you take a while to understand how much that is, you realize that it's actually pretty crazy. The very fact that if every single person in this country, poor or rich, young or old, forks out 80 ringgit, the total you would get would still be less than 2.6 billion ringgit. Suddenly the Yapim scandal doesn't sound so interesting anymore. Well, since we're on the subject of money, Youth and Sports Minister Khairi Jamaluddin told the government on behalf of the UMNO youth on Monday to stop the price hikes and that enough is enough. Now, before you stand up and cheer for him, PKR's Rafizi Ramli says that things aren't adding up. Despite a drop in global crude oil and gas prices, the Najib administration's policy measures have shown an increase in the price of natural gas and in turn, hiking our electricity bills by about 2%. What does this have to do with Khairi? Simple. He wants to know whether Khairi was present during cabinet meetings where the decision to hike was made. Now back to Prime Minister Najib. He isn't too fond of having a two-party system here in Malaysia, saying that it's not because of a misunderstanding of the concept of democracy, but rather because UMNO upholds the sanctity of Islam and the Malay race. He went on to say that if UMNO is rejected, the country will be administered by those who are anti-Islam and those against the fight for the Malays and the Bumiputra, not hesitating to take a stab at their political rival DAP, with comments saying that DAP is trying to conquer the opposition coalition and that they are a party that's not loyal to their allies. And that's it for the fact sheet. Do you think the 2.6 billion came from one donor or multiple donors? Leave your response in the comment section. Do hit like and subscribe as well. Stay with us at Kini TV and Malaysia Kini for continuing coverage of the UMNO AGM throughout the week. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thanks for watching.